Dear friends, my name is Venkat Shivakumar. I am a practicing advocate. I have been a chartered accountant for almost 35 years, and I am into teaching as a professor, training students in costing and all. Now, today's discussion is about the article published by Times of India by learned Gurumurthy ji, who is the editor of a Tamil magazine called Tughlaq. And the caption of the article was the truth of the false debate. The truth of the false debate, under which he says, Sanatana Dharma and Tamil identity are twined at the core. Great texts, Tolkappiyam, Thirukkural, and Silappatikaram testify to this. And DMK itself is well versed in this history and fact. And he concludes, before he gives his defenses on this, is that Hindu faith is also known as Sanatana Dharma. So in other words, the religion of Hinduism has been linked to Sanatana Dharma. He also added Vedic faith, Vaidika faith. Sanatana Dharma means eternal and indestructible values. Varnashrama Dharma is based on the work of division and there is no hierarchy in it. So in other words, he concludes that Varnashrama Dharma is the basis of Sanatana Dharma. And then he is linking that to Hinduism. We all know about Manusmriti, where it was very clearly defined what is the concept of Varnashrama. And I would like to give you a simple narrative or a story. We know Gaddar, a Dalit speaker, a well-known Dalit, he died recently. He said that I was born in a family, in a hut, where we all were staying in an isolated place, where the dust, shit, and all the waste materials of the upper caste have been thrown. So it is a bad smelling area, unhygienic conditions. We were forced to live. We were born and playing in that. So the village is structured in such a way that first the prime place was given to Brahmins who are doing pujas, praying God, and the astrology and superstitious beliefs. Always you say, if you don't do that, God will get angry. And the next level is the upper caste. Kshatriyas were there, then thereafter Vaishyas, Shaktyas, there is no differentiation. They were there, upper caste. And the water also was not coming after that for their lands too. They are having no standard of living itself is a miserable condition. And health is not there, no education, social backwardness. And they are not allowed to learn. If you see, DHARMA used to tell, if anybody is learning something, they used to put the hot iron rod on the tongue. And that is the situation. That was the situation. And then, the Periyar came, Annadurai, and then Kalaignar. And today Tamil Nadu is a forward state. Tamil Nadu is a forward state, forward thinking. And everybody gets an opportunity. Ladies can work. There is not that much of differentiation. But the social backwardness is there. But when it is compared to the other places in India, particularly North, recently one top leader of Tamil Nadu BJP said, in Tamil Nadu, okay, we will not come. We may not get note also. But that doesn't mean we will lose in North, because North is highly polarized. And Matavadigal, people who believe in Matam blindly. So long as they are there, then we will be there in the position. This is what he exactly said. He keeps talking like this. In this background, then we know that political debate it is, and BJP was trying to enter by trying to bring in, and in the entire India there is a strong feeling that the again Varnashram has to be brought back. So therefore there is a lurking fear among the rational thinking, progressive thinking, people who have fought for inequalities to be eradicated, social justice. These people are all feeling. But the UdhayaNidhi Stalin, who is the son of the DMK president and the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, boldly made a statement. Though the statement should be looked at from the angle of frustration of the inequalities that being perpetrated and aimed at perpetration of it. So he said, his context was to be thought like this. If you take Hinduism like a milk, Sanatana Dharma, which follows the caste system, depriving suppression of people, should be taken as a cyanide. That is why Honorable Madras High Court, Justice Seshai, highly learned judge, well versed in many aspects of Veda, he gave a judgment, a very good judgment, wherein he wanted there should be a debate on this issue. There should be a debate on this issue. Sanatana Dharma should be understood from the angle of duties and responsibilities that are created. That gives you a life. Today, suppose, for example, a person is not treating parents well, and then they are made to die, starving, and he is very rich. What is the worth of his richness? Because we have conscience, and that will prick us. Another concept we all know, that every mistake you do, you will be attacked 10 times. Same thing happens to good. And mistakes are not debits. They are debits, but cannot be set off against the credits. For every mistake, you have to pay for it. That is this actual Hinduism. It's a way of life. So, everybody has got their right of use. You understand? It can be expressed as he was expressing. We'll go into it. So that sparked off a debate. And the result is in Tamil Nadu, if you see, the other AIDMK party has withdrawn from the tie-up as of now. Because the people, it has ignited that feeling of Dalits. Dalits and others account for 97%. 3% only these people, 2 to 3%. Then the fear of entire nation. Suppose if ignorance is appeared to be very high in North India, and the domination is very high because of the ignorance, underprivileged. Therefore, if the people of North India starts awakening because of the social media, all-round news, then the people who wanted to promote this Sanatana Dharma for their benefit, selfish interests, that will be in a greatest danger of the party getting wiped out. Slowly and steadily, cases have been filed against the UdhayaNidhi. That may not withstand is the thing. There is a debate, and that is the culmination of what Mr. Gurumurthy ji has written the article. Mr. Gurumurthy ji is a chartered accountant. had been associated with him for a short period. Basically, he's a very gentle person. And to the extent I knew him, he's a fair and equity. And I never saw him belittling other communities. He's a Brahmin. Mr. Gurumurthy is a Brahmin. But never he had that one thinking about other person. That I have seen him with my eyes, because many of his lieutenants were very strong Brahminical. That means non-Brahmins and Brahmins type of thing. But he is a very fair gentleman, a good friend, affectionate friend, but extremely knowledgeable. So in other words, there may be two roles as a personality. He is a very well-read person and very kind in nature. And I worked with him in one movement, because I was publishing a paper and I was a teacher, very popular paper it is in the media. And he was very kind, advised me on many issues, how to conduct ourselves and all. And used to take a lot of time to discuss with me. I had also opportunity because Mr. Modi used to call him. That time I was there when Jana Krishnamurthy was the president at that time. Used to introduce and all. He's a fair person. But we are not talking about his personality. We are talking about his views, and it is political views. And at one thing I remembered that he's very staunch supporter, or whatever you call, identifies himself with Kanchi. He was taking a stand against Dhirubhai Ambani and wrote a lot of critical articles. And they were trying to, I was told that he was telling us that a lot of attempts were made to finish him off. But many a times it is because of Paramacharya, who appeared and protected him. He is genuine, that much I could see. He has such a strong belief. That's why when the other Shankaracharya ji was arrested, he only published boldly, because that time Jayalalitha madam is a terror, exercising power without justice. So, but still he only took, everybody used to arrest. Everybody were put in jail, including Shankaracharya. So, but then at that time he took up the thing and find faults with that investigating officer, etc., etc. So this is the background. Now, this article, let's take up at the conclusion. That means, as we have discussed, he is clearly in favor of Sanatana Dharma. He believes that Sanatana Dharma is part of the Hinduism. He is Hinduism. There are two things. Part. If you say part of the Hinduism, then as Justice Desai said, that part which is not correct should be pruned. But you cannot cut the religious faith. And UdhayaNidhi Stalin never said it should be looked from that angle. If full milk is Hinduism and small cyanide is the Varnashram and caste discrimination, and then how can you have that milk, is the question that he has raised. All right. Now I'll give you one simple example. The roles are defined, duties. I'm again depending on Justice Desai's lordships. He said rights and duties. Now you take an example. Tulsidas, who wrote Ramayana, Hanuman Chalisa, which is widely, it is nothing but people believe Hanumanji will come. Now, what happened to him? This is very important for us to understand at this point in time. This one. What happens is, Tulsidas has completed the Kishkinda Khanda. He was giving discourse, 24,000 slokas of Ramayana. He was giving discourse. And at this point in time, he is finished and he was narrating. Tulsidas, as per the advice of Guru, who happens to be his wife, he started Rama and discourse. He had a very good voice, and he was highly attached to the description of Lord Ram, Maryada Purushottam, and he was enjoying, he was involved, and then he was discoursing at some point in time. Entire Varanasi, Kasi, that time it's known, people used to come to listen to his these things, discourses, Ramayana, because he was attaching the duties concept and how Lord Ram and has followed the destiny by following dharmic path. In dharmic path, there is no inequality. That is what is there. So, on the last day, before he starts Sundarakanda, he goes there. He was sitting under a pupil tree for giving discourses. Very big pupil tree was there. And before starting it, he used to, that mantra jal is there, that spiritual water and holy water. I used to put it on the in the tree, and then after praying Sandhya Vandan and all that, then he used to start his discourse. On that day, when he was about to start Sundarakanda, he goes to that pupil tree, and he finds that in the pupil tree, suddenly now he was pouring the water. Suddenly, one Brahma Rakshas has come, and with a very, unable to see such a drastic face and all. Then for some time he was shocked. Then Tulsidas has come to the question that, okay, why should he fear when his Lord Ram is with him? So he asks him, Kastvak. Kastvak means, who are you? Why are you like this, like a demonish look, you are hanging and all. Then that Brahma Rakshas says, Kaschit Brahma Rakshasa. I am Brahma Rakshas. I have become Brahma Rakshas. It's a big story. In my Purva Jan, I was a Brahman. I was a very pious Brahman, and I was tasked. A Brahmin's task is to teach everybody, to enlighten them with knowledge. Knowledge means kindness. Ramo Dharma Vigrahan, you are saying. When Ram is described, Karuna Sindhu, Daya Sagar. So there is no inequality. And Ram himself says, everybody is God. That is what you will see in the later part of it. Lord Ram appeared before a thing like a dog, a black dog and a red dog. And second time he appeared as a black beggar and red beggars. Before Lord Ram appeared Vishnu in that form. So everywhere you can see, they were telling that a Manushya Daivam Manushya Rupana. That is the concept of all our Hinduism. Hinduism is based on that. There is no inequalities. That is what Mr. UdhayaNidhi Stalin is trying to forcefully say. That's it. So he says that my duty was to perform those things which I have not done. I was not teaching. I was a teacher. But then I refused to teach for lower class people. And therefore I become sharpgrast, and I have now 100 years I have to suffer. But since last 364 days, you have been sprinkling that water on me, and I was feeling very happy, and my hunger was being addressed. But today I'm relieved of this situation, drastic situation which I have been facing because of my bad, I was not able to do the duty properly. And therefore, I want to give you some boon. Please ask me. That is what here, in Tulsidas Ramayana I am starting. And Tulsidas himself has said his story. Because that is what is revered by the entire North India. So what did he say? There the Brahmins have got a great duty. And Brahmin is born from the face of Lord Vishnu, doesn't give them any privileges. After doing a lot of tapas only, you would have born as Brahmin. That means you have a lot of duties to you. And is this what is happening in the society for ages? That is the concept. That is how all this, everything is eternal. And ultimately, one simple thing is kindness is God. That is what we have been told that in Tamil also, Manam Yendan Kovil, Tirakindra Neram, Anaikamal Ange, Daivam Vandise. That's all. That is God. You can see God in all the living creatures created by Lord. We will take up that. So here, the Varnashrama has been misinterpreted to the advantage of few and depriving the 97% today. In Tamil Nadu, the population that can vote for BJP is 2%. And why? They are the only people who are fighting. Even there also very high class people are there. Brahmins are very well educated, high class. They are least bothered about all these things. But then the large segment of people are afraid. Actually, who is creating the hatred, if you see, it is not UdhayaNidhi, Stalin or anybody. It is within themselves there is a fear. And by giving reservations alone, you cannot uplift them. That is what the Constitution also says. Reservation is not just for giving an opportunity for somebody, inequality, but to bring them for ages, they are suppressed. That is what Supreme Court in several judgments has said. Supreme Court itself recognizes that people have been suppressed. Social backwardness is not, untouchability is not something which can be eradicated by reservations. Therefore, reservation is one part of it. That is the background. Second, teacher importance. Why the Vedas say Brahmin is a teacher. And what are his responsibilities as a teacher? That is, I'll give you some, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. Two examples I'll give. And one is, one day I was coming in a train and one person was sitting next to me and his father, mother was there. Then he said, I want to join engineering course. We don't have much money, but engineering means so much we have to spend. So I'm selling whatever little land is there. Then I told him, why you come, I will help you. You study CA. Then he said, no, CA is very difficult. I said, that and all, you don't worry. I will get the sponsorship. I will teach you and come. And luckily they heard me and they came. And that boy, he needed courage, confidence, guidance. And he had inertia. He is all India rank holder. He became. And a very top man in a company were getting 3 lakhs per month. Now his family, his sisters, everybody got married. He is helpful to his village, which is downtrodden. All are drunkards and drug addicts and all. He was able to motivate them. All of them look at him as a symbol leader. Knowledge. That is the growth. God doesn't create, you have knowledge. Everybody has got knowledge. But you are deprived to earn the skills. That is what Mr. UdhayaNidhi Maran, UdhayaNidhi Stalin is. Actually, what he took a risk being a minister, he could have played safe. But he's, everybody should appreciate it. This is, many people may not talk, they are talking this and that as if something has gone. But ultimately, he will be appreciated for his brave statements. Maybe his harsh statements that could be, he's eliminated. He's asked me, we'll come to that. Next example I'll tell you. There is another one Brahmin girl was there. And her father somehow addicted to drinking. Heavy drunkard. As a result, he's become, the family itself is in ruins, was in ruins. And that girl happened to be in a school known to our close people. Then we took her up. Again, the same thing. And educated, guided, got sponsorship. Sponsors many Brahmins gave. You understand? Even non-Brahmins they'll give, but maybe they'll give first preference to Brahmins. That's what is there. Reformists. Then she is now finance director of a very multinational company. So therefore, education only will give you liberation. And today it is because of education they are questioning in Tamil Nadu. And it is that education, that freedom was because of movement of DMK. We'll talk about Periarism. He was projected as if he's wrong and all. We'll talk about it, but later. So the first part is, in my discussion, we have explained you about the article. We have not, he has taken some defenses, which we are going to say, counter it. And then how these movements are developing and what is the legality, etc., we'll take up for discussion.